Get rid of your fighter jets and stealth bombers, decommission your ground attack aircraft, fire your pilots, and switch to autonomous mode with a gentle touch of a command console. Because unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs represent the future of aerial warfare, we need as little intervention from squishy human beings as possible. Many countries have adopted one or more types of unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs for surveillance and communication, and some even have drones that can fight. Most of today's aerial operations can be conducted by drones, whether utilizing air-to-ground missiles, laser-guided bombs, or even experimental air-to-air capability, sparking the issue of how long manned military jets will last before becoming a historical oddity. However, not all combat drones are created equal. Some are simply upgraded surveillance UAVs, while others were designed to be nearly as capable as the most powerful jet fighters. Others were designed to be as cheap and mass-producible as possible. Some have stealth capabilities and can carry an astonishing array of armaments, while others were designed to be as inexpensive and mass-producible as possible. However, the comparison criteria are the same. We want to pick the most effective, capable, and combat-ready of them all, so we'll look at things like performance, endurance, armament, and the program's current status. It's not included in this list if it's still in development and no prototypes have been constructed. There's nothing to talk about if its capabilities aren't revealed. Technology demonstrations are allowed as long as they are combat capable, meaning they can be flown to war rather than only in the lab. Of course, operational experience is advantageous. With that being said, let's look at some of the deadliest drones ever made in the world. Number 10. Thai Aksungor. Aksungor is one of numerous medium-altitude, long-endurance or MALE UAVs that have been developed in response to the Reaper. It was developed in Turkey as a follow-up to its smaller predecessors. Turkish aerospace industry's experience with Thai Anka, while still in the prototype level, demonstrates that it's capable of generating successful combat mail. The outstanding claimed longevity of Aksungor, which puts it ahead of several similar designs, is what sets it apart. Number 9. Keg GJ2 Winglong 2. The export version of this Chinese drone, which was first released in 2017, has already shown itself in multiple Middle Eastern battles in the hands of the United Arab Emirates, while Pakistan and Egypt have also purchased dozens of them. It has the capacity to carry up to 200 kilograms of laser-guided bombs and missiles, as well as air-to-air ordnance according to the manufacturer. Number 8. Altair Altius. Despite having been in development since at least 2011, the male UAV was unveiled on its maiden flight in 2019 and is expected to be used by the Russian Air Force in 2021. For an aircraft that is larger and heavier than most of its competitors, the manufacturer promises a 48-hour endurance and a payload of 1,000 kilograms. It's worth noting that Altair is meant to be the name of the development program and Altius is the name of the aircraft, yet even the manufacturer gets them mixed up. Number 7. EADS Barracuda. It's not easy to navigate the world of stealthy jet-powered combat drones. Little is known about them, and even less is certain. Barracuda was developed by Airbus to compete with other European drone programs, and while it lacks the range and endurance of males, it's more of a combat aircraft than anything else, carrying 300 kilograms of precision munitions in its internal bay, ready to be fired at any moment's notice before an enemy can detect the intruder. Barracuda is little known after its inaugural flight in 2006, and while the project may have been shelved, it was undoubtedly the first European combat drone of its sort. Number 6. General Atomics Avenger. Originally codenamed Predator-C, Avenger is a divergence from the MQ-1 Predator and the MQ-9 Reaper long-range drones. Having a turbofan engine, internal weapon bay, and stealth features, the F-35 Lightning II's electro-optical targeting system can carry a stunning variety of munitions, lift nearly 3 tons of them including on external hardpoints, and aim the fire at the enemy. The Sea Avenger should be noted as well, as it adds to the platform by allowing it to be based on an aircraft carrier. Before we move on to number 5, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more such interesting videos. Number 5. Northrop Grumman X-47. Despite the fact that the US has had no shortage of stealth drone development programs since the 2000s, the Boeing Phantom Ray for example, the land-based X-74A and its carrier-based counterpart, the X-74B, deserve credit for pioneering and popularizing the concept, with the X-47A's first flight in 2003. Although they had amazing capabilities, the X-47B could carry up to 2 tons of weapons and still take off from an aircraft carrier. They were merely proof-of-concept programs that have since been phased out. Regardless, All evidence leads to the United States Air Force adopting some form of their more sophisticated successors, perhaps supersonic, possibly combat-capable, and most likely of the same flying wing design, but little is known about them beyond their names. The spiritual successor to the X-47 is most likely known as RQ-180, but its combat capabilities remain unknown, despite the fact that it has been utilized for surveillance since at least 2015. Number 4. Hongdu GJ-11. About the Chinese stealth UAV known as Sharp Sword, very little is known. It was initially flown in 2013, and the military adopted it in 2019 or before. In the meantime, the round afterburner exhaust was replaced with low-visibility exhaust, implying an emphasis on stealth. The drone's deep penetration capability has been touted by China, implying a large internal weapon bay and the ability to launch laser-guided missiles, implying a similar performance to previous stealth drones of this type. Number 3. Sukhoi S-70 Okhotnik B. The first operational Russian stealth combat drone was a follow-up to the SCAT project, which was started by MIT. The aircraft is powered by a standard AL-31 turbojet engine with an unaltered nozzle, which means some stealth performance is sacrificed. But it's the size of this UAV that sets it apart from other similar aircraft. Over 4 times heavier and significantly larger than the X-47B, it can carry nearly 3 tons of weapons, and it has a range of 6,000 kilometers. Okhotnik is a 5th-generation jet fighter designed to work in tandem with the Su-57. It's expected to enter service with the Russian Air Force in 2024. Number 2. Base Systems Taranis Dassault Neuron. These two technology demonstrations are some of the most advanced flying wing stealth UAVs. They're comparable in capabilities and appearance but were built separately by British Defence Corporation BAE Systems and a conglomeration of European manufacturers led by French Dassault. Their goal was to see if they could deliver up to 2 tons of well-regulated European explosives in high-treat zones while defending themselves from ground-based and aerial threats. The Taranis was planned to be supersonic, at least at first, whereas Neuron's design emphasizes autonomous collaboration with human aircraft as a faithful wingman. Both planes were successfully tested, with the first flights taking place in 2013 and 2012. A deal was struck in 2014 between France and the United Kingdom to merge their research and development into the new Future Combat Air System, a European fighter drone that was later scrapped after Brexit. Dassault Airbus and BAE Leonardo both used the term FCAS for their 6th-generation fighter jet programs. Taranis will be phased out by 2020. However, Neuron will continue to be tested. Number 1. XQ-58A Valkyrie. Valkyrie is the next logical step in the evolution of UAVs, meant to provide assistance to fighter jets. It can scout the battlefield, engage the adversary, and sacrifice itself to protect manned aircraft, relying on either direct control of its manned colleagues or onboard AI. The most astounding aspect of the whole affair is the cost. Each drone is expected to cost around $2 million, which is comparable to cruise missiles and absolutely nothing in comparison to actual fighter jets. Because they're practically as capable as manned fighters, yet are cheaper and easier to replace, an army can generate swarms of them, overwhelming any opponent's defense. Valkyrie is slated to enter mass production in 2021, while still in prototype testing. This will paint a picture of future robot warfare. General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper, a notable mention. It's the most widely made, adopted, and utilized drone, while not being the most advanced by today's standards. Reaper is the poster child of the modern drone war, conducting entire armed conflicts and raising too many disputes to name. It has undergone multiple upgrades, has a dozen operators, and has logged millions of flying hours. Which one do you think is the deadliest of all these? If you know any other UAV that we have failed to mention, then do let us know in the comments below. Watch the video on the screen if you want to know more about the smallest drones in the world. And with that, it's a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us.